How you doing? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Huh? No. No. Seat up. Oh, hey. Seat up. I like it. That needs to be on a T-shirt or something. What? Oh. 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 All right. Good evening, everybody. Good to see you here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get started. Just want to mention a few things in prayer for our announcements. We want to remember, continue to pray for Terry Lyle. We've been mentioning she's still needing some encouragement and prayer. Also, Philip, be with her, be with him, and ask that we continue to pray for the hospice folks that are watching over him and now with Terry down. Want to continue to pray for Micah and Candy's dads. We've mentioned a few times about their health issues. Continue to pray for their treatments. Kelvin has his procedure tomorrow, and Ruth Ann is still recovering, so pray for her. Who's that? Oh, yeah. Ken Morgan posted this morning that we've been praying for him for a few weeks. They have discovered that that he has cancer. As they say, it's something that's treatable. So we want to pray for his recovery. I know he's been worried about that for a while. So remember him. Also, Sarah Latham is in the hospital at Princeton and Birmingham. So remember her too. Is there anybody else I've overlooked? I always forget. Write them down in the other room, the other office. But yes, Michael. Tina Welch. Just continue to pray for her and her recovery too. See if I'm overlooking anybody. That's just about everybody. Be sure and grab a bulletin on your way out. Keep up with all the great things that are going on. We still have our blankets over here for donating. In the telephone room where we used to answer for getting to know your Bible. Brett Robinson donated some sheets and pillows, and so it's almost to the ceiling in there, and we have tons up here, but we can always use more. So we're excited to be able to get those to people who need it. So please donate those. I think the last day will be, is it next Sunday? Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So you got another week to get them in. That would be great. Also, coming up on Friday night, we have the young-ish Friendsgiving party, which we'll have at our house. So if you'd like to be a part of that, just let Misty know, and we'll make sure. And we were calling it young adults, but somebody told me that I'm not a young adult anymore. I don't know what that means. I'm not 50 yet, but I'm, youngish. So we'd love to have you over at our place. Just make sure you bring lawn chairs and a side for snacks, and we will have cornhole, and outside we've got big Connect 4, which I will declare I am the champion of Connect 4. I challenge somebody to try to come to my house and beat me in a giant game of Connect 4. But we've got lots of games, and we're going to sit around the bonfire and do some singing and just kind of hang out and enjoy our company. So be sure and remember that. Also tonight, the kids, I think, are having their Friendsgiving next door. So make sure, I hope you guys brought their appetites with you. We're still collecting gifts for the children. You can see Christy if you want to help in that way. We always try to help people in the community, and we'll get lists and get names and make sure and help those that are in need. And also we're doing that for the nursing home at Robertsdale. Be sure and talk to Christy or talk to Rick about that. And I know they have such a great time up there with the folks, and so there are some that they've identified that we could really bless. So be sure and keep an eye on that. Let's see, what else? Tuesday, what's Tuesday? Oh, next Tuesday, yeah. For our Thanksgiving services, we move from the Wednesday of that week to Tuesday, because most of us on Thursday are probably spending time with our family. Many are traveling. So Tuesday morning, we'll have our normal class, and then after class, we'll have a meal. So we're having the meat brought in, but you can bring a side, and we'll have our little Thanksgiving get-together on Tuesday morning. And then on Tuesday night, we'll have our midweek service at 6:30, and we'll be doing it next door. And real low-key, we got some readings and some songs to sing, and so we'll have a nice little Thanksgiving service over there on Tuesday night. I think that's pretty much everything that I have in front of me. I want to say, for those of you who were here yesterday, and some of you were here today, it has been a tremendous joy to have Dale and Jeff Jenkins with us. It was a great workshop on Tuesday. I know that we had that online if you watched it, and had a great opportunity to be with them and with Ralph Gilmore. Had a lot of great information for us as preachers. And then today we had a couple of sessions on grief, and we'll continue that tonight as Jeff will be speaking to us here in just a few minutes, and we'll have another lesson to add to that if you were here. But if you weren't, you can go back and watch those also on the YouTube channel. But it has been a joy to have them with us. I've just loved every minute of it. So we're grateful for them coming and be a part of that. 454 is our invitation song. In just a minute, Cruz is going to come lead us. And 454, Power in the Blood. Is that right? Nothing but the blood. Nothing but the blood will be our invitation song. If you have your Bible, I want to just share a devotional thought with you real quick from Luke chapter 6. Luke chapter 6 and verses 43 through 45. Jesus he tells this in a couple of the Gospels, but I'll share this thought with you, 43 through 45. This last week, when we were in Ellijay, we were there for about 3 or 4 days. Misty and I have always thought it would be really, really neat to go to an apple orchard and pick our own apples. Wouldn't that be neat to go to an orchard? And so we asked around town, what's the best place? And they said, well, B.J. Reese is a good one. I didn't know until after we got home that there's a member of the church that owns another one. We'll have to go to that one. So we went to BJ Reach Orchard, and it's 200 acres of sprawling hills and beautiful fruit. And you go into the little shop, and they have all these fruits out there. You can sample all of the different kinds of apples. And we sampled several different kinds, and they have them all cut up there. And you sample this one. This is a little sweeter, and this one's a little sweeter. It's a little too green. And so we picked the exact apple that we wanted to go to the hill and get. So we looked at the map, and we walk in, get in the line, and we get out of there, and we start making our way. We bought our little bag so you can fill it up with apples. Thankfully, we only got a small bag. We didn't get a huge bag. And so we made our way down, and we did not know. The lady did tell us there was a hill. This was not a hill. This was a mountain, okay? So we make our way on a straight 90-degree almost decline. We all the way down. And so you know how it is if you ever done any roof work, you know how this is, how your ankles feel, because you're kind of at this angle all the time. So we make our way down through the rocks and slipping and sliding and slipping and sliding, and we walked for what seemed like at least 30 minutes, and we finally saw the trees, okay? We saw them in the distance. Well, when you go to these orchards, those that go and pick the fruit are going to pick the first trees, right? So here we are, it's November, all right? So we get down, we're exhausted, I'm sweating, and we get to the rows, and our apples that we wanted were like 4 or 5 sections in. Again, 200 acres of apple trees. And we made an immediate decision to grab the first apples